He was a local basketball star, carrying the weight of his Durfee High School team, and later courted by top colleges. He played in the NBA for Denver and Boston. He was even featured in Sports Illustrated, 60 Minutes. But privately, Chris Herron fought to conceal his dark side of drug addiction, eventually leading him to his rock bottom. Now Chris is chronicling his journey in a new memoir called Basketball Junkie, and he joins us live in studio this morning. And first of all, Chris, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'll ask you the obvious question. Are you surprised, honestly, sometimes that you're still alive?
I'm blessed. You know, there was many instances when I could have went the other way. So I'm truly blessed to be here and, you know, grateful.
How long have you been sober?
Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it must be like every day. I mean, honestly, it's got to be a battle for you. Or is it as the battle subsided a bit?
The battle subsided when I decided to get sober. You know,
Yeah.
People say, is it a struggle every day? It was a struggle every day when I was using. You know, the life I'm living today is a lot easier, you know.
Yeah. Now, when you wrote this book, Basketball Junkie, with Bill Reynolds from the Providence Journal, every chapter that I read, I thought I was going to read, like, all right, that'll be the worst it could get. And then it just goes on and on and on. And where do you think, where did you hit your rock bottom with the drug use?
You know, I've been arrested, I've had overdoses, and every day's a rock bottom in that life.
Right.
You know, there is no good day. But when I was in a treatment center and I was about 30 days sober, and I came home for the birth of my third child,
right,
against their advice, and I was drinking that night. I went back under the influence, and the counselor there said to me, why don't you do the most courageous, admirable thing you can ever do, and call your wife tonight and say you're never going to see her again and the kids.
Wow.
So I went to bed that night, I cried, I thought about it, and I really contemplated whether or not that was the best thing to do. And you know, I prayed, and from that day forward, you know, almost 3 years, I've been that dad and that husband.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, when you got traded to the Celtics from Denver the year after you got drafted, you say in the book that basically you played for the Celtics in a fog, like you were high all the time.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You know, the first few months with the Celtics, I really wasn't under the influence. After my shoulder surgery,
okay, and
OxyContin became in my life, became the drug in my life, that's when life began to struggle.
But there's stories of you in your warm-up suit before a Celtics game in layup lines, being out in the parking lot waiting for the drug dealer to show up. That's amazing.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's where it brings you.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you thought about all the money that you wasted on that stuff, or do you just look ahead now?
I could care less.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget that money.
Yeah.
The money, you know, it doesn't matter to me. You know, I'm extremely happy where I'm at today. I've had opportunities to go back overseas and play basketball. Right. I'm good.
Yeah,
you know?
You're great. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't, ever since you got into this morning, you can't wipe the smile off Chris's face.
Yeah.
A wife, 3 healthy kids, and everything's good. You have a new, you're doing a lot of public speaking, and also you're working out kids, right, that want to perhaps one day be NBA players like you.
Yeah, Hoop Dreams. That's the name of the company, and we have a bunch of camps this summer locally. But, you know, it's been great working with kids. You know, I try to keep the smile on their face when they're in the gym. You know, a lot of kids and parents get a little too involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As a parent of a kid who plays youth sports,
Yeah.
I know. All right, well, this book is out. 3 days ago it came out. It's selling like hotcakes. I'm not a big reader. And, Chris, the biggest compliment I can give you is that I could not put this book down. So congratulations on, first of all, your sobriety. That's the most important thing. And on this book with Bill, and continued success. And you can find this book in stores right now. Thanks.